Welcome, Trips Awakening. You subscribe to the truth one within the universe, and universe is inside me. Greetings, Earthlings and my loved ones. It would be an honor if y'all would join me. We're energy surround us. We have many abilities. We're more than this technology. Technology basically controlling people's frequency. I remember back in the day when we would remember phone numbers, memorize phone numbers. And we went outside and we actually played. I came from an era where we was thinking for ourselves, had our own style, and I remember the pen pals writing different letters in other states, or people writing letters, and talking on a landline phone. Especially like you remember back in the day when you would be on the phone and you would have one of your relatives, like they'll answer and they'll be in the background ear hustling, listen to your convo, and it was to the point where when I was talking to the honeys and stuff back in the day, I would say a certain code, to let them know I know somebody else was on the other line, and so much basically changed, when the internet basically come to this realm. Now it's controlling everything. Before all of this, we could actually, think with our minds. We could talk. We could talk through our minds. It's like when such and such say, "Hey, I was thinking about you." And if you think or something is on your mind, or if you think about a person you ain't seen in a while, and then next thing you see them, you get what I'm saying? And basically this internet it took over. I remember we used to play hide and go seek, you know, like or street ball or football. I had a skateboard. I used to ride my skateboard, or we had to be in before the street lights would come on. I remember to me those was like golden years. And I'm glad I was in that era. And a lot of things changed. Musicians had their own style. Although like I said, these creatures was controlling certain things back in the day, but we had a lot of power. We could actually be heard. Now it's basically the Earthlings in this corner, and then you got the internet in this corner, and then you basically got these creatures in front of you, and the television, you know, and we all know who controls that. Now, technology basically, taking over. I remember back in the day when, when you watch cable, you had like certain networks like TBS, NBC, ABC, and I'm about to do a video on that because there's something behind that. That's another topic, but and certain numbers, you know what I'm saying? Like back in the day, the shows was pretty cool. If you missed shows, then you was just basically out of luck. Excuse me. Excuse me. And like especially with cartoons, I remember we used to watch Saturday morning cartoons. And if you miss it, you just missed out. You had to wait to catch the next episode, like any shows. And then here they come with the VHS. And I like I said, the VHS, you could get certain things. I remember like back in the day, like there wasn't really like cable like that. It was just basically certain networks, and if you Like, I remember like around like 12 or 1 o'clock, everything would get shut down. You get what I'm saying? Like everything would get shut down. Like on Idiot Box, the television. The Star Spangled Banner, which that's a programming thing, would come on, and then you'll hear a buzzing sound, and then you'll see like the TV basically be all fuzzy throughout the night, and then it comes on the next morning, like around 6 o'clock or something like that, and keep on repeating basically. We was thinking outside the box. We would go to the library and read books. Fast forward now, we're basically at the age of jive. You know, um, the smartphone. There's a reason why they call it the smartphone. And everybody always talking about Google, Google this, Google that, Google that. And Google, like I said many times, that's programming and that's nothing but lies. You can't always go by Google, because it's deep within. We're more than this technology. We're electric, we're magnetic. And you Earthlings, y'all allow the smartphone to take over. Like I said, I remember when we would memorize phone numbers and addresses and multiplications and different things like that. Play like, board games, checkers and stuff like that. Now, like on the internet, we'll go play pinball or go to the arcades. Now, or if we visit and go to another state, they had their own slang, and sometimes you wouldn't understand and overstand it. You have to ask them, hey, what do you mean by that? They had their own slang. The internet basically, is controlling millions of people's frequency and then ruin lives, destroy people. People don't know who they are. It's like everybody's like clones, but like everybody like basically cloned, it seemed like. Like I said, there's many levels to being cloned. Like I said, you got your doubles, you got your look-alike, you got your clones that they whip up in the lab, and then you got clones with different shades, but basically got the same style, like the same hairdo, these funny haircuts, and these Jordans, the smartphones, and I'm lit crap. They using the same slang. Every state using the same slang now. And it seemed like now, what I'm saying, everybody communicating, through the text message. Nobody talks on the phone no more. Nobody don't do that anymore. People just like, hey, I'll shoot you a text, I'll text you. Or people playing video games, over the internet. Children don't go outside anymore. And that was the reason why they set that up, and that's another video as well. They play, what I'm saying, they play basketball or different types of games. I remember back in the day we would go riding around, and the blocks would be filled. People would throw block parties. And people would have fun. I mean, sometimes, yeah, you would have shootouts every once in a while. But you already know who set that up. You know what I'm saying? But some of y'all fell for the trap. You always can't believe some of these creatures because some of y'all allow certain things happen, just like y'all let the internet take over. You let the internet take over. It's basically, who's smarter? You or the internet? The internet think for you. The internet know what you like. The internet basically know certain music you like, because basically when you touch certain things, like I said, we're electric. Some of these apps and stuff are downloading information, and and it's controlling y'all's frequency. They've been having this technology. What I'm saying? Like I said, they 10 steps ahead of y'all Earthlings. They basically they mold y'all. They condition y'all to certain things and stuff like that. I remember back in the day, you would mail, your letters, your bills, and all of that stuff. Now you can pay online. You're paying online, and everybody like, oh, it's convenient, but at the same time, it's controlling y'all's frequency. And these creatures, they basically know how to mind fuck y'all on so many different levels. On the internet, they're programming y'all and many other things. Times didn't really change. Now they got, like when it comes to cable, what I'm saying, like you got everything. And like I said, the cable basically programming you. They got their own cartoon station, kids channel, sports, all of that stuff. Which that's on the internet's about to take over the cable. Pretty soon, there's not gonna be no more cable because I got the Fire Stick. I can watch whatever I want to watch. But they also got a thing I think it's called Alexis, where you could download it on the Fire Stick and you could say, hey, I want to watch this show. You know what I'm saying? And which I wouldn't get that because, they basically controlling your frequency through these gadgets anyway. But I know how to balance certain things. But they also like looking and watching your every move. That's the reason why they got all of these smart TVs. The TVs that changed over the years. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason why they introduce y'all to certain things. They was letting y'all know, like, many, many decades ago, that they had this technology. And y'all, like I said, y'all think, some of these shows like, sci-fi and, science fiction movies or, or Marvel Comics or Star Wars and stuff like that, y'all think it's just entertainment. And that stuff is real. They was letting y'all basically know they had technology back then through the movies, giving each other subliminal messages. Like Twilight Zone. I like old school shows and stuff, and I used to watch that back in the day. Fast forward to the age of Jive, right now where we at on this realm. Look what's going on. On Star Trek where they talk to each other on the screen and stuff. They was introducing that. They was like, basically letting y'all know, hey, we have the technology. We could control y'all. We could tell y'all Earthlings what to do. And, they let certain things come out, like certain years, dates, and time, because, I told y'all they go by the numbers system and all of that. Numbers have power behind it. So now, look what's going on. Everybody's like arguing all back and forth over the internet, feeding that internet, feeding your energy, pouring your energy. Some of y'all can't survive without your internet, or you can't even go one day without looking at your phone. You go somewhere, you see everybody walking around, looking down at their phone. You see them like, sitting out on their computer. You know what I'm saying? Nobody don't actually go communicate with nature or get in tune with the universe. That's the reason why they allow certain things to come in to keep y'all distracted. That's the reason why they have y'all wearing extensions and weaves and certain things block certain information from y'all. Some of y'all wear that, the fake eyelashes. Like I said, y'all dressed up in your little Halloween costumes every day. And you don't even know it. And we're really supposed to be naked for real. You know what I'm saying? Like the clothes basically controlling your DNA, and that's another video as well. The condoms, what I'm saying? Not to get off topic, but they created condoms to control y'all's DNA. You know what I'm saying? Like, or this Plan A thing to mess up you Earthlings, to mess y'all up, mess your DNA up. Not to get off topic. You know what I'm saying? They created all these different types of diseases. We're more than these diseases. We're more powerful than these diseases. We're more powerful than the distractions and the internet and the stuff that they set up. But y'all fall for the trap. But because y'all basically letting them control your DNA. Y'all basically letting them control you and your loved ones. With this programming stuff, with religion. You know what I'm saying? How many times that the book been changed? But like I said, these books are bullshit. Some of them are entertainment. You got to look at these books like entertainment. You got to look at it like that. You can't or decode certain things. I like to decode certain things. That's just me. Like I said, we're more than these things. Like I said, we're the universe. They basically use, like the trees against us, which the trees are our ancestors, these plants. Then they have enough nerve to say you can't smoke this, you can't smoke that. And many other things. Now they legalizing, the cannabis, because I don't like using the word marijuana because to me that's a corporation word that they set up, marijuana, Mary Jane, stuff like that. Now they're legal. There's a reason why they're doing that. Like straight up, there's a reason, and that's another video as well too. They like sell y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like back in the day, they used to make bootleg moonshine or beer and stuff like that. Now you have to have a license for that. You have to have license to cut hair. You have to have license to drive an automobile. Your last name are basically a corporation name. I know it got off topic a little bit, but hey, I put this out there. So it's like they can sell you all the poison through the food and toxins and stuff. But that's the reason why I said this is very important. You learn legalese in the law system. But they can sell it to y'all. But if one of these dudes, you know what I'm saying, they set up in the community, y'all Earthlings, dudes, females, or whatever, they set it up where y'all can sell it to each other, destroy each other, and then lock y'all up. But they can, legally sell y'all the poison. But, y'all try to hustle and, you don't get licensed to sell this or you sell that. They set things up. Like times have changed over the internet. You have people actually imitating each other. Looking like fools with these dumb haircuts. Online saying, I got money and this and that, I'm lit. And, up here like flashing money like up against their ear looking like damn fools. And they don't even print this bullshit. Excuse the profanity. They don't even print the money. They don't own lands. They don't own none of that stuff. But, oh, yeah, I got money or you're broke. Everybody's competing against each other. Everybody's in competition. And that's all shades. Everybody's in competition. And this mess is basically, like I said, the internet basically changed everything. Y'all imitate what you see, and post certain things online, putting your personal information, talking about your relationship. The internet is destroying y'all, beating y'all down, choke slamming y'all. Or y'all do like graphic videos, you know what I'm saying? They got like, our sex videos, and then y'all retweet and repost, and that's the reason why they put this out there to control y'all's frequency, and y'all fall for it. Now, you know what I'm saying? Y'all up, you ladies, and up here, like I said before in my video, y'all basically shaking your ass and stuff, and being trifling, and you dudes out here fake and phony, trying to act like you're tough and hard, and you're really not. Y'all gang banging over the internet, and y'all got initiated with the gangs and stuff. And I talked about the gangs that's set up as well too. They created these gangs, and y'all basically gang banging over it online and stuff. You know, the internet didn't just mess y'all, some of y'all Earthlings up. People like y'all, are very confused and mixed up, you Earthlings. Strangers of the universe. We look at y'all like y'all actually falling for this. Y'all can't perceive what we see. Shout out to my strangers in the universe. Shout out to y'all. We're strangers. We see their program. And that's real. Shout out to the people that's aware or people seeking knowledge. Times changed. It's basically not the same. And, it's a spiritual warfare going on. Like I said, with the toxins and stuff, that's basically going to war with your DNA, your dimension. The chemicals and stuff in the sky and like chemicals, like everywhere you go, basically, whatever you eat and stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's very important you take certain herbs. They even legalize herbs because herbs, they're very powerful. You could use herbs in many ways. And that's another video as well. They basically all depend on the doctors and let this machine control you. Now it's like if you, for example, if you go pay a bill on a phone, if your computer go down, or if your computer go down, you call it. You got to push all of these buttons, and you talk to basically a damn machine, an annoying operator. You know what I'm saying? That they made up. You really can't, talk to the actual person. You know what I'm saying? You got to print, so they'd be like, press A if you want to get kicked in the ass. Press B if you want to get mind fucked. That's basically what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's just real, and you can't actually talk to an operator. You know what I'm saying? You can't. It's like you press certain things, type in your social security code, which you got money and you don't even know about it on your social security code. Press 3, press now. Press 5 for your straw man. You're basically, you know what I'm saying? It's like they control y'all's frequency. Y'all gotta think. Step outside the box. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get in tune with the universe. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to get on the internet or watch certain things. You know what I'm saying? Like I watch movies. You know what I'm saying? But I don't mess with that cable. The politician mess and stuff. I don't get down with that crap because I already know that's set up. All of this stuff is set up to keep y'all distracted. Certain people tag me in certain things and ask me my opinion or inbox me, like with Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Like Instagram basically took over because you got females actually trying to get the spotlight and trying to be like video vixens and act like slut buckets. No disrespect. And that's all shades. Being like doing trifling things, take a million pictures and, everybody putting out, well, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm doing this, basically it took over. You getting your frequency control on so many different levels. What? Did somebody say something?